baby mamas, he probably got two that are the
Keep
same
having
age. He
them.
probably got two that are 2, 3, 4 months apart.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of
He could
activity
have
going
four,
on.
or five women pregnant at the same time.
All that.
So just let y'all know, y'all.
That's a lot of
We're
hooking
live
around.
now.
Good twins.
We're live now.
That just scares me.
We're live now, so if I want to share.
You're now tuned in to Hot Topics with Lady Charmaine, and I'm your host, Lady Charmaine. And thank you guys so much for joining us on the show tonight because we actually have a great show for you. So this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to take this number down right now. It's 916-226-9226. And I want you all to join us on the show tonight because we want to hear from you because it's going to be juicy. So if you have not seen the topics right up there at the top, we're going to be talking about those plus a whole lot more coming up right after this. And we are back to Hot Topics with Lady Charmaine. And again, we want you guys to join us on the show at 916-226-9226. And I want y'all to be introduced to my wonderful panel. I just love these guys. They come and they join me on the show and they always add something real good and juicy. And I just want to let y'all know who they are in the building. Right now, we got my husband. He goes by the name of Husband.
Hey, I'm a husband.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, wifey.
And then we got my girl, Miss Marie Hutchison.
Hello, everyone.
All right.
And then we got comedian extraordinaire. He goes by the name of Mr. Ozzy McNabb. And then we have none other than he may not have no hair, but he is the hair hustler.
All day. All day long.
Mr. Derek Dennis. How y'all doing?
Going
Good are
good.
you, lady?
You know what?
Really
I'm doing good. It is the holiday season, and I'm pretty excited about it. The holiday season is like one of my favorite days because the lights are so pretty. Christmas trees up. Everybody just happy. I don't know if they just happy because it's the end of the year, happy because they're getting gifts, or just happy because thank God this year is over, y'all.
Right.
Okay.
New star.
And I get a new start at the beginning of the year, so that's the one thing that's good. But we really got some hot topics, y'all, coming your way. But I was asking Marie this question. This was right before the show started, and I just wanted to ask her this question. And I think it's kind of funny because I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna need y'all to answer this question too. Okay, so when dating. Okay, audience, you too. When dating, what is the limit on kids that the other person can have when you are dating? What is the limit, Marie?
Well, when you asked that question, you had a good remark about that question you had. But my thing would be, too, I would have to ask how the connection with all those thousands of kids are. Like, are you connected? How are you dealing with them? Are you raising them? Are you in their lives? What's going on with that? Because I feel like if it's not good, then there's drama. And I don't want to be part of that. Because at some point in time, I'm going to run into that drama.
Because you said you knew a guy that wanted to date you 22.
22
So what was your
children.
first question? Did you ask him that particular question, or did it never came to your mind?
It didn't come to my mind because I wasn't interested after he gave me the number of children that he was dealing with, and the youngest was 8. The youngest is 8. So I'm good because that means baby mamas and a lot of them are still young teenagers. I think with that many, I think I would kind of have to let me be transparent. No. No, I'm serious. 'Cause I don't know if I had the time and energy for that. That's a lot of kids trying to figure out if they like you, if you cool with the baby mamas, so forth and whatnot. But you know
And
what?
how many baby mamas?
Right, and also too to add to that is age a factor.
Okay.
So maybe
Yes,
are all
that's
those
good.
22 kids? Would they be if they were older? Would that make a difference too? If you would date them, that kind of was a factor for me when I thought about too. Okay, well maybe if they were over 20, maybe then maybe
Adult kids.
yeah. So that was a factor. For
Okay,
me,
Ozzy,
too.
you are a young, single, handsome man.
Yeah, for the most part.
Let's make sure you say for the most part. Okay, so what is your limit? Because you don't have any children. You've never been married.
Honestly, 5. I guess 5 children.
So
But
she can have 5
she can
kids.
have
That's
5 kids. But she has to be a strong mother. Like, she can't let the kids walk all over her and tear the house up, knock stuff over. They run around with Kool-Aid stains in their T-shirts, hot Cheeto dye on their fingers. I can't.
I bet you right now some woman is like, yes,
Cheeto
honey,
dye.
yes.
Like,
What's
you gotta
his
make sure you
number?
take
I
care
got
of them
5
kids.
kids.
That's right.
What if the youngest was only 3 months old?
Well,
Come on now, stick with that. Stick with what you were saying. Now don't change. Now don't choke.
I'm not
on me.
going to change.
Don't
Well, like I
choke.
said, it all depends on how.
She is as a mother.
Right.
And what does that look
exactly.
like?
Just take care of them. Make sure they wash. Make sure they eat. Make sure they go to bed when they're supposed to go to bed.
True.
And make sure they got respect. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Interesting.
That's what That's because that's how I was raised.
Okay. No, that's good. So Derek, what's your limit?
Shoot.
Because you only have 2. You had a
Yeah,
boy and a girl. You only
that's
have 2.
it. And we talking about like when you dating them.
Yeah. When you learn in the system.
We just dating, or we
That's
gonna
it,
live in,
dawg.
or
We
we
dating,
dating
Bree.
like
Wait,
long term.
You got to start somewhere.
Coffee.
I love kids too, but I have to be able to control. It's not gonna be in between. Either like I'm with Ozzy, like you got to have them tamed and controlled, or either you
Tamed.
gonna their daddy's gonna have to be out of their life, and I'm gonna have to be the one that's controlling them. Because I can't have nobody. I'll put them in line, but you got to give me that authority, and not be jumping in. Oh, don't be doing this to my. But I would love to take the initiative to take the role and handle it, but I can't have the dads coming in and we can't co-parent if not my way. Especially if they out of control.
Right.
What if they're not out of control and their daddy's a good guy and they're co-parenting?
Absolutely, we could do that.
So that's okay?
Absolutely.
All right.
But they can't be out of control because some of that is the dad too and the mom. Like, oh, when you over there, go act up. Like, he over there.
When you
oh,
over there, act
kick
up.
him in his kneecap. Stuff. I'm good.
Put some
So-
popcorn in his Jordan.
Exactly.
Oh,
Go
man.
boo boo in his shoes. Like,
Boo-boo in his shoes.
I'm good. I don't want him. I don't want him.
Joe?
Oh boy, it would. I like that 5 number. I mean, not that I like it, but it's a big number. But
It is.
It would also depend on how old the kids are. Now, if you had a couple of them that were older, like in their 20s, or they grown out the house, then it'd make it easier. But if you have 5 kids under 6,
Ooh, under 6.
Ah.
She ain't got no time for you. She ain't got no time for you.
and
None.
it would deal of whether or not the father is involved in their lives, how their interaction
That's right.
is, what kind of energy you walking into, because you got a bunch of feud, and if you got 3 baby daddies and they got and 2 of the kids, and
Too much.
And they roll up when they want to.
I would hate to look at the whole, relationship. Am I willing to put myself in the middle of a bunch of chaos? Like you said, if the kids are they respectful? Do they have the Cheeto stains? The daddy is he in jail and coming
Yeah,
out and
exactly.
hanging around?
Want
How
some
close? What kind of proximity?
Right.
How often the visits?
Yep.
Then where I'm going to fit in?
Exactly.
All that.
And as a
You're
man,
not-
you do want to make
I
sure
ain't
you're not
dating you.
you're not walking up on a
How's this
bill.
gonna work?
Yeah. I mean, is anybody paying child support?
Yeah,
You getting
diapers and
any
stuff.
help?
You gonna come for
You
me for
getting
that?
any help? I
Yeah.
mean,
Right.
you
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot. I mean, that's a lot to consider.
A lot.
But the one thing I do like that these men said 5 kids, because some people might say 1 or 2, but for you guys to say 5, that's outstanding.
Well, see, I got 4 of my own. And so, you know, I know I'm going to come with something, and I can only expect that, you know, especially as you get older, you expect people to have more kids. Now, if I was 18, 19, that'd be a whole different story.
Yeah.
You know, but now that I'm older, I can realize, you know, life goes on, things happen, things don't work out.
That's true.
You have kids. So.
But then you do have those men that say, you know what, I'm dating. No, I've been married or do whatever. I have a choice. Now I could do whatever. It's a trillion women in this world. If I choose not to go with somebody who have no kids, that's my option. And I'm going to keep searching and say no until I get to that point. Because there's a lot of women out there that do that. Oh, no, I don't want him. He got this.
Right,
you
that's
find
true.
a lot more picky women than men. Oh, I don't want. He got to be light. He got to be dark. He got to have hair. He got to have dress. He got to be this. He got to have this. He got to
be like that.
I guess
it's
you
too
would know to
much.
hear that.
We don't do that. We might be superficial with some stuff, but we don't make it verbal.
Like,
Like,
she got to be, she got to be
some of
fine.
you got movies where women are literally building a man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like a pick and pull.
Yeah, come on.
I'll be building too.
Wow.
Some of them ain't got no room to be doing
But you
that.
know what? But some men are building their women. That's why they're going under the knife, and they're getting the hips, lips,
That's true.
and fingertips. They get
But
the
lady,
boobs,
is
but
that really not?
But that's the woman.
But
The
you
woman
see
is
them
doing
on
that.
exactly.
Women,
That's
they
for
doing
them,
that.
lady. Because you look, I got to do this bigger booty because it's my money on loving hip hop. They do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
it attracts
listen,
men,
have you
but they
ever-
making some dough off
Have
of
you
them big
ever
booties
seen?
and stuff.
Have you ever seen a show Botched?
yes.
Oh,
yeah, I
There's
see
a
that.
lot of
Yeah.
women who come in there for their men.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
butts lifting
Yes, they do.
and butts for their
But
men.
for their
They're doing
jobs
that.
too, Marie.
No, but we're
No,
talking about
strippers.
relationships.
But a lot
that's
of them are
different.
strippers.
But a lot of them are
ruin
not
themselves.
strippers. And they're and once again, it's a delicate thing about women. See, this is why we got to get back to the old school courting. And you'll find all this out before you can make a decision.
But you know, I don't
True.
think we will ever go back to old
I
Now,
don't
school
think
we
so.
won't.
Yeah,
I don't
we will
think
never
so.
go
Get
back to
that.
that.
I don't think
Because
so.
we've been exposed to something else.
We've been exposed to a lot, and you got a lot of aggressive girls today.
Probably
Yes.
about myself
And
a
you have
long
social
time.
media,
Yeah.
so they don't even know what courting is.
Because I can't do
they
it.
don't.
You know what I mean?
But
They don't.
our age does. I ain't talking
and
about
you,
no
and
kids.
you, and literally, you today in today's generation, if you've been talking to somebody
Yeah.
for 5 days, you ain't slept with them. That's a miracle.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
No, that's
So,
right.
so courting is like what?
Yeah.
They have no.
So these
They,
young kids, yeah,
You're right,
yes, you're
yeah.
right.
But
They have no
but
idea
got
what that
rules.
is.
I
I
got
can't
listen,
give-
if
I
it-
can't
if
let
you
it
it-
got a
go.
rule? What's your
if
rule?
Listen, it's been 5 days and I spent a couple dollars. Look,
It's gonna be hard to watch.
See, lady, we had that conversation. I forgot what
I
show
took
that
you
was.
to Applebee's.
3 shows
I
ago.
want something.
Applebee's.
We had that.
Okay, so
wanna
this,
show
this,
something.
is my thing, and we did talk about that. And I'm so glad we got back on that topic. And this is my question because Derek felt if he go and spend a whole lot of money on you, then at the end of the night you should be the dessert. The woman should be the dessert. So you see them over here talking. But my question is, would you require that of your daughter? How do you train your daughters? Do you tell your daughters, baby, okay, if that man spend this amount of money on you, you know what you need to do. You better drop
Now
the
you
draw.
not-
Is that what you gonna tell your daughter? Is that what
That's
you
not
gonna?
fair. That's
Is
not
that the
fair.
rule you
That's
gonna tell
not
your
fair.
baby?
It's
That's
dumb
cold
fair.
blooded.
Are you gonna train
Hey,
your baby that way?
that's
That's
super
where that
fair.
that's where that double rule come in.
Your daughter's in college.
That's where that double rule come
and,
in.
and her
Not my
school
daughter.
is not too far from Ruth Chris.
I'm just
No,
tell
Whatever
not my
college
daughter.
students got coins and they
Well,
take that
well,
down to Ruth Chris.
Well, she has
How
a choice.
fair is
Now,
that?
like, remember
Oh,
what
she
I
has a
said?
choice
Remember
now.
what I said?
What
I
you
said,
say?
now,
What you
if
say?
it was two confining adults and they were grown,
She an adult.
and she was feeling herself too, and she wanted that man,
All right.
and he said, oh, well, he's treating me nice, and all of this type of stuff, he not treating me evil, and that was kind of like a bonus for him that
But
night.
you're
We both are
presenting it-
grown.
but
We
you're
both
pres-
adults. Stop holding your
Wait,
vagina
but
like
you just
it's
presented-
1940, but want to
you
act
just
like it's
said-
2018
but
with all
Derek-
these rules and laws.
But
You can't have
Derek,
it all.
you
But
just
would you
said-
recommend that of your daughter?
We
though?
can't have it all. You can't have it.
But no, listen.
I was
here's
telling
the
my daughter,
problem.
if you're adult and you grown and you take this man on a date and you feeling him, then go for it. Like you,
Okay,
this
but-
is
Just
don't
as long as
stop.
he's- just as long
yeah,
as he's
but don't try to keep on holding your coochie like hostage and making your coochie feel like it's so sacred because you'll be 99 and you still will be getting
But
Ruth
here's
Chris
the
dinners
thing.
and that's it.
That's not
Derek,
how
You know
you
what I'm
just
saying?
presented it.
But
You
Derek-
said.
I'm not saying I want
Derek-
my daughter to be a hoe
And
and
that's
be
not where I'm
giving it
going.
up.
That's not where I'm going. What I'm saying is, you just said. This
Now I
is
might
where
want to
it
date a hoe, but
This but this is where I'm
Oh, my
listening
God.
at. This is-
I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all.
I
now.
know you are.
I don't
I'm letting
want,
you
want
be
my
you.
daughter
Okay.
to be doing that.
Well, this is where my ear. This is where
Okay.
my,
Go ahead,
this is
Marie.
where I have the problem with
Go
the
ahead, Marie.
statement. This is where my ears come up with the problem with the statement. When you said, not saying this is you,
Okay,
but
go
when
ahead.
you
I mean, I'm with
said,
it.
when you made the statement and said, if I do this, I expect this. You coming in with a
See,
in with a
Ozzy, you got me in
position.
trouble. Why does end up on me?
You coming in
You
with
the
a
one.
position. You're saying,
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
I don't know if I'm making.
No, you're right.
If you're saying in your mind, you coming with me to a date, we only been knowing each other a couple of days, and you're saying, okay, now I done spent $200 on you. You looking at me like this,
Right.
And if
Right.
I ain't ready,
If you're not ready, then tell me.
so I gotta tell you, I know you spent $200 on me, but I ain't.
I mean, I'm not
coming.
gonna press up
You're
on you
not-
to the point to where you feeling uncomfortable.
Right.
We're gonna have an adult conversation about it. And if I'm feeling that you not feeling me like that, or as an end of the night, I'm not gonna be like, here's this meal was 150.
So with the dating
you know what's
end-
coming next.
With the
I
dating
ain't like
end,
no old. Like,
so if she decided that it's not so far not cool, will the dating
But-
end? Will that
I mean,
end?
ain't it over after the dinner? What else is left?
Well, you said what else was left.
And then there,
No, if we had the conversation, I said, I'm really feeling you. You know, I mean, we're done. It's 10:30 at night. We're gonna be here to the restaurant close. Now, what do you want to do? Are you do you want to get intimate? We already kissed.
She say no.
Will
We
you
kissed
be
at the
that
movies.
gentleman like?
we say no. She say no.
Lady, what else am I supposed to say?
She say no.
You
let's
gonna get
let's
hyped,
go
yo.
through the skip.
No.
She say no. The date's over. He ain't seeing her no more.
So
No,
that's it.
I might say I'm gonna be very kind and say, well, that's been nice. Let me take you home or do whatever and hug her, and then that is gonna be it. Because I have a choice. There's trillion women out here. If I'm dating, if this woman is a potential wife or something, that's different. But if I'm just dating and I'm dating and I have another date tomorrow, what? I'm not gonna. I'm not obligated to her, am I?
See, it's 2018.
See-
She tell me, listen, I don't think we should do this after I spend that much money. I'm gonna ask, listen, can I use the bathroom? And I'm gonna check her medicine cabinet. She might have something or something. Let me check her medicine cabinet. I might find
She
some
gotta.
herpes
But
medication.
you hear
or
this
something.
though? She gotta have
Yeah.
something to hold her word.
But see, why would it have to
She
be something wrong with it
to hold her
if she
word.
don't?
If she's holding
You know?
her word.
For
See,
real.
it's deeper than that to me
Something's wrong with
because then what happens to
Something
me
is really
is
wrong
if
with
that
That's
happened to
funny.
me on a date, that's almost like a little bit of rejection going on. That's gonna make me feel kind of crazy because I may want to get to know you different outside of sleeping with you. We don't have to go to expensive dinners every night, but I ain't got to be obligated
You don't. You sure
to,
don't.
to flash you or even kiss you or hold
But
your
why-
hand on that date.
But why with me asking you at the end of the date, is it okay for what I want, and seeing if you agree with me, do you feel obligated?
But you know what? That's super
I feel
responsible.
obligated
but
to
I've
ask
never
you
heard
because-
a conversation or date go like that. So that's strange to me that conversation would even pop up because nobody's functioning.
But
like
guess
that.
what? And the next day, you're gonna be another woman that's not like you or a lady gonna be on the phone saying, "What's wrong with him?" Yeah, I'm used to a man that asks, "Say what's popping at the end of the night? What was wrong with him? He was gay, didn't like me or something."
Oh, my
So
God.
it can flip any kind
It
of way.
would be
Women
so
out there,
refreshing.
there are
ain't
women
gonna
out
be
there like
Okay,
always
everybody, we
turn
have a
around.
live call on the line. Hi, you're live with Hot Topics with Lady Charmaine. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Stephen Parker from Richmond, California. Lady Charmaine,
Hey,
of course, you know I
Stephen.
love you and I love the topic.
Oh, thank
But
you.
my dude is cold, but he is real about what he is talking about. Let me say this. Most of the things men do from the time they meet a woman to the time they get what it is they want from a woman, they're doing it to get what they want from a woman. Opening the door and paying for dinner and being nice and flowers, all of that is to get what they want. And Derek is true about it. It's like we're doing this to get something. I ain't just spending $200 on you for dinner just because you're so kind and you're so nice and you're so pretty. It's because I want something
That's right.
from you.
This man is amazing. This man knows.
Now, the question
You're
is,
honest.
Stephen, would you instruct your daughter in the same respect? Like, hey, this is what men going to expect,
And that's the convoluted thing that he was talking about. This ain't the 1940s; it's the 2000s. So my daughter, I got to instruct her on what's going on. I got to hip her to the game,
Right,
and let her
right.
know just what I told y'all. He doing that because he wants something from you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to know, that he's going to expect something from you if he's doing all of these wonderful things from you. I think Martin said it on his show. And if you on this side of the menu with the lobster and the steak, that comes with certain expectations. You can't just eat lobster and steak and think it ain't nothing that comes along with that. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
I'm having a real
I love
hard
y'all.
time with
Because
this.
I think that was wasn't that Eddie Murphy.
But I really do.
You guys keep talking about the important issues.
With
I'll talk to
this.
y'all later.
Thank you,
And I
Stephen.
just-
Bye-bye.
I will stop
Thank you,
dating
Stephen.
if
that was-
that
I
is
think
something
that was
I'm
Eddie Murphy.
obligated to do. I'm
Yeah.
done because I cannot
But I'm just glad that you guys are being real and being honest. So, and I do believe it is the truth. And sometimes I think some of us want to remain naive, but it's just I think it's the truth.
Well,
and
since
you just put it out there that this is what it
and I
is.
respect the truth. I
Right.
respect it. So now I got to tighten up my game
could you
and change up
imagine-
what I'm doing.
Could you
'Cause I'm
imagine
good.
if the situation was flip flopped? Like a woman picked a man up and spent $200 on him.
I've done it.
She
I've done
expect
it.
us, and
But
we
I
go,
didn't
you know
expect
what?
it.
I don't feel like we should do this tonight, baby. I want to go upstairs.
Oh yeah, wait, Boomerang, Lady Eloise. You got Eddie Murphy, Marcus.
But you know what? And I know that this behavior is true because when I did it, I was like, okay, I mean,
Right.
and so it is a real behavior. But golly, when you
on.
let's see when
It's-
you start to see with your third eye, that's behavior is retarded.
gotta-
I don't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I don't like
What's wrong
it.
with it?
I don't like
Physical.
it. I don't like
It's
it.
just a physical
because if I'm just
attraction.
meeting you and then you do that, you expect it, I might not like you.
Why? Why
Because you
why
might-
don't women flip it like this and say, why y'all always got to think of it? Oh my God, he just insulted me now that he asked about it. Why can't you say about it?
No, I'm not saying that.
But
I'm not
listen,
saying that.
why
I'm not
can't
saying
you
that.
sit back in the chair and say, well, damn, he is really attracted to me enough to want to sleep with me, to give his body to me,
Derek.
to make
Derek.
him
Go
to
ahead,
want
Derek.
to
Derek.
want to lay down with me,
Dennis.
spend the money on the hotel,
No,
go the extra
player.
mile,
I'm
to
so
go
sorry.
the
You don't want to
second
sleep with
mile.
everybody.
I'm so
He don't-
sorry.
yeah, he don't want to.
I guess I'm just
I'm so
old fashioned
sorry.
with
Me
this,
too.
man. I'm
Me
just
too.
old fashioned with
Me
it because
too.
I keep thinking of
I
my
can't.
daughter.
I can't
keep
do it.
thinking of standards,
Get
and
that
I
out
keep
the
thinking.
equation,
I
brother
keep
Joe.
no, I can't. I got girls, man.
I know,
And
but we talking about you as an individual.
I'm like, I can't get that and let that be okay. I gotta say, hey, I'm gonna instruct them, to hold off
Right.
and to not be like that, and to have some standards and to say no. But I mean, ultimately, yeah, it's gonna be their decision. But even as a dude, I mean, I didn't date like that. I would look at a woman side-eyed if she was too quick to sleep with me.
Right.
Who is successful in this
All
behavior?
I'm saying is my daughter is like you saying.
Who is successful in this behavior?
All I'm-
What success of relationship has come
But
out
listen,
of
y'all.
this behavior?
Listen, y'all. Look,
Because
okay.
I know for me,
Take it-
nothing. I'm still sitting here by myself.
But take it-
$200 been spent. I done spent the $200. We done slept together and still nothing. So what benefit?
But see, that's the thing.
Are we getting
nothing
from
is
that
really nothing is really
behavior?
being built
Having
off this
sex.
behavior. This
Come
is more of a
on,
one night
man.
stand,
I'm
2 night
saying.
stand, whatever.
Right.
You moving on,
If
so
that's
there's
what
no
you thinking of me-
foundation.
Come on now.
There's no foundation of that.
'Cause
Yeah,
that's
you
what
had
y'all
some,
looking
you had good
for.
nights, you had good sex night, but you ain't calling her back. She ain't calling you.
Depending on how good it was.
Okay,
And then
okay.
she's still a piece because you're still not setting yourself
now
in
you
that.
got you got something that you hitting every now and then, but ain't nothing being built off. There ain't
Right.
no foundation.
But see, that's where everybody's got their own. But see, that's where the question is so split, and you want to know why. And everybody's right. Nobody's wrong because Brother Joe has his direction and role on where he wants to be.
I'm trying to
where he
build
has
with somebody.
Right.
I
See?
think that's
but,
what I'm
But when the key word is dating, you are dating to build. I would be dating today. Like I would be getting out of relationship and I would be dating today. It wouldn't be me trying to build with no foundation because I ain't gonna get out of relationship and go
So
right
it's
back.
very clear you're gonna hop.
Marie
Okay.
was
It's
looking
very
for a
clear you're
husband.
gonna hop.
Okay.
Ozzy
I
is
get
a
that.
young man who's not really. He's
I
out there.
get-
He ain't
I
really.
get
It's
that.
worse with the mentality.
It's your
intentions.
road. It's
Yeah,
your journey.
Yeah.
It's your journey. So nobody is wrong. And when you say looking for daughters, looking at daughters, like Lady said, yes, I'm looking at my 18-year-old daughter. I'm not looking at my daughter that's 10, 11, and 12. I'm looking at an adult child that hopefully I've instilled quality values in, and she's out there making the right choices.
Yeah.
And with
So
me,
that means, so
and-
that means,
and
so
she's-
that means
and she's
that a brother
looking-
like you come around and she like, nope.
right,
'Cause I'm like-
recognize that. Okay,
You want to hope that
get on out of there, right?
because just like the statement says, you can lead a horse to water. That's all you can do. So you want to hope that would be what she do because you
Absolutely.
can't dictate everything and decisions that
That's
she's
right.
going to
And-
make.
and this-
you understand what I'm
and-
saying? But
right.
my thing is, there's a lot of damaged people coming out of this mindset. Period, y'all.
hurt.
There's a lot of damaged people coming out of this mindset we talking about right now.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
we want to function in that.
But why is it damaging when
Because
Because
now
it's
you got a person who's been
emotional.
women
They
who've
give
been
it- they
rejected,
giving their
rejected,
bodies.
rejected, and then you got a man who's been played because
why are
of
the
this
women
behavior.
being rejected?
And okay, I have this question for you, Derek, because today, from what you said, this is what I get from the statement that you said.
Okay.
That a lot of women, they just can't go on a date with a man just to have a good time, to get to know him. It's almost like they have to go embrace themselves and have walls up, because if he takes them to a nice restaurant, then they're going to feel obligated to have to sleep with
That
him.
part.
That give and take kind of thing. And it's entails, dang near prostitution. You know what I mean? you see what I'm saying? She just can't go and feel beautiful and feel feminine and just go out with a man and he treats her nice. It's like she has to go out with the intent to almost have to be able to go to bed with him because of what he did for her. And I don't think any woman should have to feel that way.
And you are right, lady. Trust me. I'm on everybody's side on this panel because I haven't dated in 22 years. I'm just talking as a man that if I was out there looking at all the
good
women that sit in my
perspective, though. It's a good
chair,
perspective.
going through
Yeah.
and listening to their stories and put myself
true.
in that man's, that their dating situation and all the trials, tribulation they've been to, and saying, okay, well, this is the typical male out here. This is what they're doing. Me, I would do exactly what you're doing. I would date and I would not have sex with a woman because I look at myself different in a way like I don't even really want to do that right now because I want to show a different type of strength as me as a man. I don't even want to have
Your
sex with
value's
her.
different,
I
yeah.
want to make love to her mind instead of going in and having sex with her. I want to get to know her.
Aquariuses do.
That's what Aquariuses do. That's how I am. But I'm always looking out and playing that role of the man that is the typical man. That's 90% of the men that's out there that you see, that some of my friends I see, that I just see that, you know, family members that. And the women are catering to them. I don't know if it's a California thing. It's like so many men are being catered to because the women are settling for little to nothing, you know. But and that's how I talk. I talk as the
Because of what you
viewer.
hear.
Do you think the
Yeah.
women are
You know?
settling because they feel like they finally got somebody and they know that they are competing with a bunch of other women? So it's like they got a piece of man.
Women are competitive.
Yes,
Women
one.
are
And so
competitive.
it's like
One
I got a
aspect.
piece of man.
Absolutely.
So I got to cater to this man to show
one
him
aspect.
that I am the woman. I got to cook for him, do it because I got to show him that I'm wifey material.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then when
And
he
like one
cheat on
person said, they audition their women.
right. It's like The Bachelor or whatever you call that, you know. But
Do
then
you
when
feel-
that man
do you
like
feel that's
Cardi B,
right?
when he cheating on you, but you knew what the offset was.
You're right.
You was doing,
Correct.
you was competing with the baby mamas and everything. So now you're mad because he cheated on you. I mean, like the lady said, I didn't know it was a marriage like that, and everybody mad at her. Well, she did know it was a marriage like that because of what you guys presented. I'm on her side because she didn't know. You probably had threesomes. She chose women to bring in. You was a stripper. Look at your background, and now you want to put it out there like you just it's so pitiful. You know what I'm saying?
That
like
is what that
you
is.
know,
That
come
Okay.
on.
Okay,
You
to
know
bring
what I'm
everybody
saying?
up to speed for just in case you didn't know, Cardi B was married to Offset. They got married. They eloped real quick. So a lot of people didn't know they were married until she was a couple months pregnant.
pregnant. I
That
didn't
they
even
were
know she
actually
was
married.
pregnant. I
So
thought they
now
were
Cardi
engaged.
B decided to leave her husband. So now they're separated. I guess they're going to be getting a divorce. Don't know. But she had found out that he had cheated on her with another woman. He actually had a threesome with her husband and another woman, and her husband and two other women. So anyway, so Cardi B ended up leaving. So then the mistress comes and she starts crying, and now she's saying that she didn't know that it was a marriage, that it was like that. My thing is, sometimes she may not have known because you don't know what Offset was saying to her. Because men got doggish ways,
We do.
and they'll say, "You know what? I'm leaving. We ain't together no more. We had a falling out," and put all this stuff in another woman's head to make it seem like that they're about to leave the relationship. And for some women because of that mindset think it's okay. Well, since he leaving and they ain't working out no more, I'ma stay. So maybe that's why she felt it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
That it was as serious as that. Or
Yes.
maybe did it happen before word got out that they were actually married? Because remember, people thought they were dating
That
still
could be
for a
it.
long time. And so she didn't know that they were actually married at the time.
true.
Because a lot of us didn't know that
Yeah,
they
I
were
didn't know
married.
they were married. I just thought he proposed
Confused
to
the
we seen The
situation.
Rock,
And
but we
so
didn't
now,
know that. I
and
didn't
so in
know
her
that.
mind, she
confusing.
probably felt that
Yeah.
Cardi B was a girlfriend, but not a wife. And so she didn't know it was like that when it happened.
Girlfriends can't get no respect. God,
Right.
What's coming
Right.
to now? Dang. I mean,
Correct.
it scares me.
Nah,
No,
you
that
got
scares
girlfriend.
me because if I
Correct.
decide,
Wifey,
dating, and then I have to because of the way
situation with
because of the way
side
we talking right here at this table. You know, the dating scene to go out and date. Now I got to date like this
Oh, absolutely.
because
You really
Get
do.
prepared.
Yeah.
I don't know, and that's really kind of messed up.
And then the thing is,
That's
I
too
think,
bad, Marie.
like I said, women are so competitive that I believe,
That's the
and
way
correct
it
me if
is.
I'm wrong, But I believe they look at it like, if I don't do it, somebody else will. So they're willing to now do anything to keep a man, and a man not even tripping like
Joe,
that.
a lot of
He ain't
women
tripping. He reaping the benefits of you giving everything up because you just want
Because
you
how
want
many
to win.
men? How many men be out with that girl and still scoping somebody else, and then you could
Absolutely.
peep him peeping somebody else?
Yep.
Because you have men that do that today.
All day, every day.
I was
You can
out
always
with a dude
take a
at
peek.
Target. I was with a dude at Target that we were together. This is a while, it's a long time ago. We were walking around, I'm considering him, we doing what we doing. And a nice little big old booty walked past, and he did not hesitate to look, right? So I got in the car and I was like, wow. He's like, well, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? I would be less of a man if I didn't pay. Never saw me again.
No, Marie.
Now flip the situation around. Now suppose you was in Target and
I wouldn't disrespect
and it
you
was
if
a dude,
I'm with
It
you.
was a dude with a Speedo walk past you.
Well, then we
He
have to
had
call the
half- he
police.
had half
We
his
need to
stuff.
call the
He had half
police.
his
Gonna be
stuff.
lying.
Oh my
We need to
God,
call the
yeah.
police
Yeah.
on that
He had
man.
half
I'm
his-
sorry, you talking to me. We need to call the police on this
He had half
speedo
his
man
baby
in
arm.
Target.
He had half a baby arm hanging out his
You know what I'm saying?
You like, oh my God, why you looking?
No, I wouldn't be looking.
You
You know, but
I'm a woman.
see,
Call the police. Why you looking?
I wouldn't be disrespectful
Daddy
like that.
looking.
But
You got that Comcast remote.
I just
hanging
feel
out.
like there's a line of
Come
respect
on,
that
Marie.
needs to happen. I wouldn't do if I'm with you on a date. I wouldn't do that to you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, with us men, it's a start an itch that come over. You got to work at it. When
you know what
see
it
that
is?
thing passing by, and you don't want to look like, or it's a beautiful like you
Oh,
really
you gotta
do.
work at it.
And then
You know
your
what it
wife,
is?
your woman looking like, oh, she pretty, or oh, she this, or and what
she
if
know
can't-
you looking.
And you better not look.
'Cause
Don't
she
even
know you
comment.
look
good.
Don't comment either.
You know what it
We
is,
can't
though?
say she ugly, but oh no, oh she a mess.
You know, I agree. You need to consciously be
That's
aware
right.
of what's going on and
right.
You need
consciously
to work
look
the
straight
life
ahead.
out of your
Yeah, that's the
peripheral
thing
vision.
is, you got to consciously look straight ahead
Exactly.
because
You just
look at your
your habits are gonna
Yes,
like
your
turn,
habits.
and you be like, okay, what's going on? I gotta like realize where I'm at, my situation, and be like very aware of what's going on.
And don't try to secretly look.
And don't secretly look.
Because you
That's
feel
right.
she
But-
ain't looking at you, and you try to, jet your little
Yeah,
eye.
you got to do peripheral eye
Because you don't
exercises.
So
So
we,
you
Yeah.
we see that. We
Yeah.
see you trying to
'Cause-
look.
'cause
A
women,
woman
y'all
drive by
lying
in
if
a
y'all
car,
say y'all
and all
don't
of a sudden
look.
you like, oh, okay. Can you?
Yeah.
You got
Yeah,
some
you
women
look.
though.
I get you.
You got some women who say, "Oh, baby, you see that? She got a big old
Yeah,
You do. You
And
do.
see,
If you
that's
got-
when you got
And when we
permission.
do that,
That's when you-
and when we
you
do
get
that,
caught, you
don't
gotta act like
comment.
you
She
Yeah,
got a big
permission.
one. Let me see.
Don't
Let me
comment.
see. Yep.
you-
Man, baby, you got some
permission.
jeans like that. You should get some jeans like that.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
No. Don't
Yeah.
comment.
Get them apple bottoms.
See, I get an excuse, y'all. I get the hair. I say, "Oh, babe, look at her hair."
There you go.
Oh. Or go give her, look at her, go give her a card. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that, but you know what I'm saying?
Yes, you do.
I can,
Yes, you
you know,
do.
I got it. I
Play
got
it
an
off real
advantage.
quick. You can play it off real quick. Like, ew, baby, look at her lace front. Her lace front garbage.
Wait a minute. Kenny Taylor said it's a setup when
That
they
part.
point it out.
That
Her
part.
Ugg boots fake. Ew, look at her Ugg boots fake. Look at that. Oh, we gotta
All
go.
I say is, if I comment, you better not look. Just be like, act like you don't even see
Well,
it.
she got some ashy ankles.
Ankles ashy.
She is. I'm about them ankles.
Her knuckles scraped up. She feel like she walked here.
Baby, I'm glad your feet don't look like that.
Y'all,
Like she been kicking
if y'all want to
flowers.
comment on this Hot Topic show, we didn't win. I don't know where we just went.
Yes.
But give us a call at 916-226-9226 if you want to chime
That
in
is
on this particular
hilarious.
conversation. But okay, now here's a question. I pose this question. Okay, black people accuse white people all the time of cultural appropriation.
Here we go. Okay.
But
Here we
can
go.
black people be found guilty of cultural appropriation? So I wanted to talk about this. Okay, we always accusing white people because I hear it all the time. Oh, you see her little baby hair. Oh, they know they get that from black people, right? Well, you see her braids, get that from black people, right? But then I see a lot of my people walking around with blonde weaves, blonde wigs, and blue contacts. Is that not cultural appropriation?
Of course it is.
I say no.
Oh, okay. Oh, please do tell why.
I say no because the way this country is and the position we have as black people, we're not benefiting from being culturally appropriated to white people.
Okay.
But they benefit literally off of us.
Really?
Financially, social media ishily, whatever word I want to use for that. When they walk
We the hottest
outside,
things
you
to
know what
be.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
We the
Interesting.
hottest things to be. So
Okay.
if I see black women doing the hair, the blonde hair, and trying to be like a white woman, I see that as an issue because you ain't benefiting from it like the white folks benefit from us. That's my position.
Oh, okay. Well, we got a call on the line. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Well, first of all, this is Mr. Kenny Taylor calling in. What's up, y'all?
Kenny, how
What's
you
up,
doing?
Kenny?
Hey, Rock, what's
I'm
up?
good.
Ah,
Okay. I couldn't be there tonight, but I'm going to tell you, it's a setup. Don't you fall for that your woman tell you go ahead and look at somebody walking by.
oh.
Fellas, don't do it. Don't do
Okay.
it. You're going
Don't
to catch a
look.
purse upside the head.
That's right.
Don't look. Don't
That's
do it.
right.
It's a setup. Women like to test us while we are out there, so that's not going to work. But back to the Cardi B thing, that was very interesting to me and stuff. You can't complain if another woman does exactly what you did to catch your man.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Okay.
You can't.
Okay.
Cardi already knew where. I mean, like they said, you can't make a housewife. Let's just keep it real. You can't. So she doing what she was doing out there. You invited another person into your home to do threesomes and different things like that. You already threw the vows out the window a long time ago.
I agree.
So you can't sit there and feel upset or be discouraged that somebody
He
has
chose
come
up.
in and
Yeah,
taken your
that
man
he chose up.
when you offered your man to that woman.
That part.
Open invitation.
Yep.
Oh, so that's one thing you don't want
Because
to
Because you hear it all the time where people are like, oh yeah, we invited him in, and now there's a new thing out there. What do they call them? Poly arrangements or whatever that black folks are doing. The husband is interested in another woman. He wants to date her. Tells the wife, but then the wife wants to go ahead and date another man and bring it into the family, and everybody's cool. I'm trying to figure out who in the relationship is retarded.
That gene probably goes real deep.
My goodness.
Okay, that's deep.
definitely-
Okay, that's real deep. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Kenny.
because my thing is this. Let's be real. Ain't no woman gonna sleep with a man and feel absolutely nothing.
Right.
And even though a man might try to come across that he don't feel nothing for that woman, if he enjoys what he is doing with that woman, he gonna catch feelings for that woman. Now you got an issue because you got four people with four separate feelings jumping off on who likes who's in love with who, and there's in set jealousy.
And everybody forgot
Oh, yeah.
two people are married. Yeah, all that.
Right.
And,
Good
and
point.
everybody's selfish.
Right.
good
They
point.
forgot that they was married.
Right.
But
Everybody being
they sit there and say that, okay, well, this is how the relationship is. Okay, I understand it. I get it. That's in the beginning. Once you become physical, it becomes mental. Now it's
That's
a
true.
totally
That's
different
very true.
situation.
True thing. Well, Kitty, I know we got to go, but I want to thank you so much for calling in on the show.
All right.
That was a great point. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, have a
Bye-bye.
good one,
You
y'all.
too,
Kitty.
hon. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Oh, he always has good points. Very
Yeah, he
good.
does.
But that's true. Because when women, we're very physical. When we say it becomes mental, and it's a
Emotional,
wrap.
everything
It's
else.
emotional.
How
then it
much
becomes a
more
wrap.
y'all
And
should
you're
be
giving
delicate with
yourself
how
to
you deal
somebody.
about with us.
That's true.
Giving yourself
Your
some-
responsibility of how y'all deal with us.
But a lot of men do play on that. They understand. They
Right.
understand
Yeah.
women are emotional, and they know that a lot of women deal with low self-esteem.
Know what to say,
and they
how
know
to
exactly
say
what to say
it.
to get the woman. That's why you can have a woman.
Manipulations.
That's why you can have a woman who has a man, or even have a baby by a man, and that man know exactly what to say to keep her, and she'll be there for that man 13, 14, 15 years, and won't date nobody else
Let me tell you
because he knows
something.
he got her here.
that
It's
mind.
deep because it's down to the physical way she moves when he talking to her. When she mad, he learns all of that, and he knows. Oh, okay, you put your arm up when you was mad. That means I'm still good.
Yeah, because
You pointed over there, so I'm still good.
he knows her ways.
Yeah, he knows her ways.
Exactly. But I want to get back to the question of cultural appropriation. So if you want to give us a call,
Oh, yeah, 'cause you were
916-226-9226. And Marie, she had her comment about how basically they
said they
profit. They profit off of us.
Right.
I think that was your point.
And
But
they said we can't, right? She said that
No, I'm saying we
can't.
don't, but
We
for
can't.
us, it's a deeper thing. For us, if we're walking around blonde here doing it, it's considered. People see that something different, but we're not. You don't see
benefit.
videos and you don't see movies of top the fact that I'm blind.
But wait a minute. And there's another
Little
one.
Kim was doing it. Nicki Minaj was doing it. So like,
And see, there's another thing too, because a lot of times, how do people feel when we decide that we want to incorporate like Indian culture into our weddings? And we know we're African American, and you have a lot of people that because they love the Indian culture and they want to wear the saris.
Yeah.
And so we do the same thing because I've seen Indian weddings because they enjoy the culture. African American people, is that not cultural appropriation, or is it just that's cool to do?
See, I think it becomes there's a difference between appropriation and appreciation, and I think you can blur the lines and actually offend another culture if you're taking something that they hold sacred,
right?
Like the Indian head bands are doing and just want to make fun of it because you think it's cool, but for them it's something sacred. So I think
and their weddings and their traditional garb is sacred to them.
Garb
you know what I mean?
It
has meaning to them, but we just like it, and so we want to wear it.
So I don't think that's right, and I think a lot of times we just want to appropriate whatever we think is good. But it could be offensive, and I think when we are appropriated form, like a white person want to do something they consider black and cool, they don't want to appropriate everything else. They're not appropriating the discrimination, the racism, the bigotry, the unemployment. They're not getting any of that. They just want to take the cool stuff. They want to take the dress. They want to take the swag. They want to take the little baby hairs or boxer braids or whatever else. But everything else that come along with being black, you don't want.
Lonnie Love said something that was so good, and I love it. She said, they want our rhythm, but they don't want our blues. And I thought that was so powerful.
True. Yeah, that's true.
I had to look up the word appropriation. I had to look it up to make sure I understood. And so as we know, it's the action of taking something from one's own use, typically without owner's permission.
Yep.
So my take on it is this. I think when we talking black and white, I'm not talking Indian or Asian or nothing like that. I'm talking about black and white, where it originated from. I think that they can culturally appropriate us because we have a culture to appropriate. White people, to me, don't have a culture. They have a tradition. They live in tradition. So as far as like us taking their culture, it doesn't even sound right. But as far as the way that we move, our African heritage, the drums, the way that we celebrate Kwanzaa, the way that we move, the way that we do things, the way that our quote unquote ratchet and ghetto-ness
body shapes.
People, they that's fabulosity to some people, and they make money off of that ratchet and ghetto-ness. Even as white people, they put that in the show Mom. They use girl, and all you see is white. They have a white audience, but they keep adding our quote unquote Ebonic dialect to their shows to create an audience and keep getting them numbers. So at the end of the day, I don't see. And when you talk about blonde hair, Africans have blonde hair. It depends on how the sun is really close to their. That's why they're so dark, but their hair is super blonde, and so they don't own that. Just like they don't own the proper language. I tell my daughter, I said, "Yeah, you was raised in California. You're very proper, but don't let anybody tell you talk white. White people do not own the fact that the proper dialect. Why do they own the fact that you talk because they talk proper? A black person talk proper. That's talking white." That's giving them too much props. You understand what I'm saying? So I tell my daughter, don't ever feel that way. You are an educated black young woman who talks educated and intelligent. They don't own that.
White.
Right.
Yeah. So when you talk about color appropriation, it really bothers me because it's only black and white. That's all it is.
You think so?
Yeah. And I don't think that we really can do that to them.
Why do you think it's just black and white?
Because when you talk about Asians. Yeah, the K-pop people, they take our dances and
because I mean we taking the Asian, Malaysian hair.
We do, but at the end of the day, we do it to for fashion, for hair as an accessory. It should be changed daily. It's usually as on a black woman, since they the #1 consumers in the world, when they buying this Asian and Malaysian hair, they're really just using it as an accessory for a wardrobe. I want curly hair. I mean, at the end of the day. You can put a rod on an Asian hair that's straight and make it a real kinky, coily texture. That's a number 10. So why do they own that either? It's just a weave. It's just an extension of hair. It's for fashion. It's just an accessory that people wear that I think people put too much weight behind. Now,
what you saying that? Now, if they would decide to put braids, would they feel like braids are just an accessory? It's just the hair, baby hair. It's what we're doing. Can they say the same thing about us? Why is it that we have the right to say the same thing? It's just an accessory. It's just hair. We just like to change it up. But then once they get braids, and we want to talk about white people when they get braids, they get box braids.
Because we never satisfied as black people, just like you see on TV, everywhere you turn around, it is no hair like that.
But I'm just
black
saying,
people
is that fair,
in Thai
though?
commercials got big afros, and because we want them, everybody better wear natural hair, and everybody gonna be black. We gonna protest this. So it goes the same way.
But
We're
here-
too picky. Black people, you can't do this. Once they do this, we jumping on this and we jumping on that. We are never satisfied.
But I
And
feel
I'm
like-
talking as a black man who is truly
Sure,
black.
that's a good point.
We
But
never satisfied.
Here's where an interesting point we can throw in here too. We're talking about, I mean, although we're talking about hair, but just with how we are, then when we become corporate, we're told not to wear our hair.
Absolutely.
So we're caught
'Cause
in
it
this-
relaxes
we're
white
caught-
people. Straight
Yeah,
hair
so
relaxes them.
here we go.
Right.
Okay, so here we are dumbing down, wear the blonde hair, wear the straight hair, because that makes them feel better. But yet they can wear our do rags, hip hop dance like yo partner, you know, and be whatever what they think black is, and we're supposed to deal with that. But yet I can't work corporate and wear my dreadlocks. We got a problem.
Yeah, I completely agree.
You know what I'm saying? So
Because
culture
straight hair make white people
appropriation,
relax.
culture appropriation, you know, you stopping me from wanting to do my appreciation of my culture, but then when I come to work, you got dreadlocks wrapped up in a head rag, and I can't do that.
I mean,
I
It's-
think it just
go ahead,
depends.
Ozzy.
I think it just depends on the white people that you're around. Because like I said, I grew up in the suburbs outside of Philly, so it's like I think it just depends.
Yeah.
But one thing I wish that white people would start doing like we do is start buying wash rags.
Watch
Yeah, 'cause
You know
they
what?
don't bathe.
You know what? I hate you
Wait,
so much.
no, we can,
But
y'all.
they by
Anybody
the
white out
hand.
there watching? I'm sorry, that was offensive.
Don't-
I know a lot of white people that take baths. It's just like there's
They
somebody
do
saying
take
black
baths,
people
but
don't
they
take
got
baths.
washcloths.
But lady, you know that on the neighborhoods that was
They
the
might use
episode.
they
don't
might
use
use they might
washcloths.
use sponges
That's
or they
funny.
might use loafers, but I'm
Why you got a
sure
bar dub,
that-
but you ain't got no washcloths?
Right.
are you talking about
He's right,
commercials?
lady. No, on the neighborhood with Cedric the Entertainer,
funny.
it was a whole episode where the girl water system broke. She had to go over to Sheena and Cedric's house, and she was like, "Go take a shower. Here's a towel and a rag." She said, "A rag? What is this?" And she came, and to make a long story short, she came out of the bathroom because she finally used the rag. She said, "Oh my God, my skin feels amazing, and I feel cleaner." And Tashina said, "You don't use no rag." And then I guess because they had to do that, it's a majority of white people. Maybe they use sponges, but they don't. They use their
Right.
probably
They don't-
hands or a sponge.
We
Like they
use
don't.
washcloth.
We use
Right.
washcloth.
We
We
use
get the dirt
washcloth.
off.
Well, I'm gonna ask some people that question tomorrow.
Yeah,
I want to
let's
see
do
if
it.
that's true. I'm curious.
Let me say this regarding
They use it for decorations in their bathroom. and
No,
stuff.
they got them hung up on the
Hang up. Yeah.
face cloth.
Yeah, face cloth. Yeah.
But you ain't got none in the cabinet. Wash your
face
behind.
cloth.
And wash your
Yeah, for
arms.
face.
It's face cloth. That's it.
There's
Jesus.
6 white people living in the house. They all
Anything on I have a comment on the appropriation thing. You can't stop somebody from appropriating, your hairstyle and all these different things. And my whole thing is, and if you're gonna do that, then appreciate the culture. And when push come to shove, like you said, they want to appropriate our rhythm, but not our blues.
True.
When it comes to standing
That's
up
right.
for discrimination, when it comes to speaking out, and helping help the movement with
That's right.
advancement, then be in that line
Step
too.
Come on.
Come on with us in that.
Yeah.
Help
Yeah.
us advance. The fairness and everything that we're doing, and don't just appropriate the style.
That's right.
And then when everything comes to shove, they talking about you in the office. You ain't gonna speak up. You ain't gonna correct somebody. Be like, yo, what's wrong?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
you got your boxer braids on
There
and
you
stuff.
go.
You doing everything else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but you
I'm
ain't
just
saying
saying,
enough,
if
bro.
you're gonna
That's
if
so
you're gonna if
true.
you're gonna appropriate the culture, then understand the culture, support the culture,
Yep.
and also
a good
support the
point.
people.
So basically,
Yeah.
walk with us,
Walk
stand with us. If
Yeah.
you're gonna,
if you're gonna do all that,
then
That's
then
right.
stand
I
for
agree.
us.
Right.
When you see wrong, speak up
Speak
for the
up.
wrong that's
Do something.
happening
Make the
to our
change.
culture.
Right.
Right.
And don't
I
just
agree.
listen to our music,
That's
wear our
actually really
clothes,
good.
but
Right.
support us so we can see you supporting us in our clothes, in your boxer braids.
right,
right.
right.
Listen to
That's
no
right. There.
Tupac.
With your baby hairs,
Yeah.
you
With
know
your
what
baby
I'm saying,
hair.
doing all
Yes.
that.
That's
Right.
real talk.
And now that's a great point.
That
If
is
you're
a
going to
very
do it,
great
then support us all the
us.
way.
Like even Nick
I
Jonas.
agree.
I agree.
Didn't Nick Jonas and his Indian girlfriend have a big shebang?
Yeah, they had an American wedding and they also had an Indian wedding.
Yeah, see?
Mhm. They had so they
what is
celebrated
that?
both cultures.
That's not really culture. They were celebrating because he was marrying somebody.
Because she's traditional Indian, so and
He
he
took
But
part
normally,
of
what
her
if you
tradition.
didn't have the money to do that and you had to pick one? Should the groom be able to pick and say, no, I'm gonna have American wedding because I'm the man? Or should the woman say, this is my wedding, I'm a woman, this
It's
is
for
my
her.
dream?
She gonna pick.
So she
it's
picks
the wedding.
the Indian.
The wedding's for
Okay.
her.
Okay.
It ain't for him.
It's really for her.
Okay.
It's for her.
Okay.
Because remember, she's taking everything else. She's taking on your name. She's losing her last name. She got to submit to you. So you give her everything on her last day, that wedding.
And the man, so you're right, lady. But is the man supposed to take all the girth from his side on the people that's sitting on his side? You let her do that if he had a
Yeah,
big
he got
country
to take
family.
it.
Happy
He got
life,
to take it.
happy
It's for her.
wife.
There is for her.
Yeah, that's
Yep,
true.
he got to
That's
take it.
true.
He got to
Especially
take it.
starting off.
He
Yeah,
got to take
starting
it.
off.
That's her day.
Yeah.
She
Give
queen
her-
of that
give her a
day.
day. You gotta
Yep,
give her- you
that's
gotta give her
her day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
That
agree.
day that she
And that
always
statement
dreamed
is a
of.
patent statement. It's my day.
I spent more money than
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to, but it was her day.
It's her day, right?
Right. And you got to understand that it's her day.
I remember that. We
Yeah.
had those arguments.
Because trust me, she probably gonna hear if she marries somebody like Derek. I'm the man. I'm the man. So you got to give her her day.
You take your day.
Because after
Take
that,
your
you're
day.
gonna be the man, her husband. I'm the man.
Oh,
It's gonna be a
I
wrap.
love you though. I love you.
It is gonna be a wrap. You know, there was this one particular question that I had. And I don't even know if we even have that much time for it because this was sent to me and they was talking about GoFundMe's. So should GoFundMe's be used for birthday parties and vacations? What should GoFundMe's be used for? Now I know I set up a GoFundMe for my mother's funeral, and the only reason why I had to do GoFundMe, my mother had life insurance. She let the life insurance lapse, and then she was going to go and pick it back up. Didn't tell me and my husband. We could have kept it going because
Yeah,
it
we
wasn't
didn't
even that
know.
expensive, and so we didn't know she let
That's
it lapse.
different.
So then. When she goes to get it again, she found out she had cancer. Now you got to be 2 years cancer free before you can get it again. And so when she had just made 2 years, she ended up passing 18 days later. Who would have known?
Okay.
So 18 days later. So that's why I ended up having to set up a GoFundMe. But I have been seeing a lot of GoFundMes for people needing money for their first apartments or parties, vacations.
Their son's football,
Yeah,
recreation.
my daughter's celebrating her 16th birthday party. And what do you think GoFundMe and crowdfunding really should be used for?
But you
Look
know,
how Marie
What
looking.
is it for?
But you know what, though?
Is it a stipulation?
when I see that, I mean, people can put anything out there,
Right.
and maybe in their group of friends, they got people that will contribute to that. I don't pay any mind. I don't feel guilty about not contributing because I don't feel a tug, to
Absolutely.
support,
Yeah.
football games and birthday parties and all the other stuff. But maybe in their group of friends, they may have somebody that donate. But I don't see too many of them reaching their goal.
Yeah,
because they be
man,
having goals of $500, $600. I be seeing like $5 being
Okay,
donated.
can I put a pause right there? Okay, I got to put a pause right here. I'm going to do this pause. I got to do this pause because I have to do this. Okay, now I'm going to turn this camera around right here, and I know this individual is watching the show. You see that man over there in the black? That's my husband. So when you inboxing me now, telling me I'm breathtaking and all of that, that's disrespectful. Because right there on my page, you see I'm married. Okay?
Wow.
So that man right there is my husband. Now, I don't want to clown you. I don't want to say your name, but I don't want to see no more of that coming in my inbox right now. Okay? His name is Joe Bassett. That's my husband. Respect that man that's sitting right there.
should have checked
Okay.
somebody's police
All right.
record.
So
before you
now
got
it's,
there, bruh.
that part.
okay. So I just want to make sure you got that.
That part.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's my husband. I don't play that.
Ooh.
We don't play
Okay.
that.
So next.
God pray you.
Ain't that
So
something?
now
I don't play that too, 'cause I got
now we
they
about to
back.
get now let us get back to the show.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I got problems. I got
Ain't
issues
that-
for
ain't
real.
that something?
Now,
So-
now when the show over, they're gonna be like, no, let me see your phone.
Right now,
Yeah.
right now.
No,
But I
she
know,
take
but I love
care
you.
of that. She
Yeah.
know how to take care of that.
Yeah.
Now I love
He
you.
might want
You
to
know how
back
to
down
take
because
care
it
of
can get. Ooh.
So I look, I love you, but I don't play the inbox stuff.
Father
I trust her to shut it down, and she did. Thank you.
Always.
So
every
anyway.
day. That's how you do it.
So anyway, let us get back to the show, to our regular scheduled programming.
Got punched in the mouth. Virtually got hit in the eye. Okay, here we go. Okay.
So now, what was you saying, Marie?
I don't even know because that was so good. I can't even.
I didn't know where she was going with it. I'm like,
I was that was so straight up.
Okay.
Knock it off.
Right,
But anyway.
right.
drop the mic.
Right.
Drop it.
So I try to make
That's
sure
why we all
everybody
so
know
bad. What were we
that
talking
I
about?
am married
That's
and
right.
it's there. I'm not ashamed. My husband is right there, and he's on my show.
Right,
So
right.
very make it very clear.
So it goes back to how people will try it because you know why people try it because there's people out there that will bite.
That's
So
why they be
he
slipping in the
tried.
DMs
He
and
tried to
trying
see.
do all
Yeah.
that stuff.
So he
Absolutely.
doing what they doing out here right now.
Yeah. Seeing if you'll bite.
Lady Charmaine ain't having it.
No.
You will get punched in the eye, and I don't mean that
Period.
metaphorically.
That's for the future
I'm just
ones,
saying.
all of
But
them.
anyway, what we talking
We,
about?
we was talking about
Some
GoFundMe.
GoFundMes.
And, you know, for birthday parties and stuff.
Let me get back where I was looking.
Yeah, that's the look you had. You had another one on there.
But
too.
no, I'm
Like,
just
yeah.
so no, I'm just curious though.
I'm not responsible for you getting your first apartment.
No.
I'm responsible for
not
your
your
16-year-old
wedding,
daughter's
nothing.
birthday party. I don't know her. Am I
I
invited?
don't know them kids.
Not at all.
Your grocery list.
Not at all.
Your GoFundMe for groceries for the month.
I'm like, look, you know Walmart hiring, right?
Absolutely. Period.
Badass kid. I mean, I ain't
Period.
gonna say.
I mean, I can see like how lady said, you know, something like serious.
Cancer research.
Somebody's kid's sick. Even somebody that's a young couple that's trying to buy a house that didn't really have family or friends to do it, and you know that this couple really.
What
been
about for
trying.
honey funds? What about for your honeymoon? I've seen
Absolutely
No,
not.
I've seen
I've
them.
seen that too. I'm like, are y'all serious?
I've-
Did y'all
I've seen
literally
them.
ask about
Right.
that?
I've seen them for honeymoons too.
Wow.
That's bold to me.
That
I
is
couldn't
bold.
bring my. I don't even have the audacity to ask.
That's
is
almost
bold.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I should
I'm
have
just-
my stuff together to take my husband or
But
whoever
you know
on
what
a
though? Come to
honeymoon.
think of it, we've always had some GoFundMes. Remember when they used to have those rent parties?
Yeah,
Back in the day,
yeah,
back
rent
in the
parties.
day.
People would just-
Right.
But,
But
but
throw a
that's
little
the
party.
thing,
was
though.
willing to
That's
help.
Throw a little
great. If
party.
you having a party, they come
Yeah.
there,
They
they're
come to
having a
eat.
good time.
Yeah,
They get their
yeah.
drink.
You know,
Yeah.
do
And
a
there's
little
a
something.
benefit.
Putting something in.
Drop a
you
little
know?
something in there, a little rent
And,
party.
and everybody get together and they have a good time.
Yeah.
$5 to
We
get in.
mingling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That was it.
Yeah, put some in the pot.
Right, so you getting something back from having a good
Yeah,
time.
that's
I'll
right.
go to somebody's rent party. You have a
Absolutely.
rent party,
No,
get
for
together.
real.
Absolutely.
I'll do that. I'll go because I'll go be able to have some good time, good fellowship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do a little
Good
something.
conversation.
Add
That's
some watered
another
down
form of
Kool-Aid.
I might have to
GoFundMe,
pull something together.
Well,
Yes.
what the GoFundMe, you don't get nothing out of it. You're just giving.
You just give it.
But in this one, you know, when they had rent parties, you knew what you were going for, and everybody just having a good time. And I understand, you know, when you give to somebody's sick, ill, you know, funerals and stuff like that. I've given to plenty. I do it anonymously and stuff,
Absolutely.
you know, because I feel that stuff is very important. But I was
Right,
just saying,
right.
for birthday parties and things like that, is that something that's important?
I still think you can put it out there because somebody in your network, you might have an auntie, a relative, somebody might see something, want to donate a little something. But me personally, I don't feel any obligation because I don't think that that's what it's meant for
Right.
for me. So again, I don't look down on people that do it. I just know I don't contribute personally.
Okay. Okay.
I think if you got a question, that don't even put it out like that. Where you know, because why are we questioning it? We're worried about what people gonna say. Oh, you know, if I put this out for my honeymoon, because word is gonna travel. Oh, did you see what they put? And then nobody's gonna donate because of that negativity that's behind that. When you know that you gonna confident when you push click after that GoFundMe, like for your kids, for your mom that's sick. Funerals, something that you just can't afford, that people have a heart you can pull on the heartstrings with, then that's different. But a business, even, you can't even allow, people don't want it. They be like, you better find another way. Like, that's like me trying to get help for D's effect. Even though you got family, okay, I'll do it. But other people gonna be like, nah, you should have handled that yourself. Figure out a way, you know.
That is what people
But
think,
with
yeah.
you know, and with other
I like
stuff,
that.
people gonna be like that no matter what you think. You
Yeah.
know, you think people gonna, but it's not gonna be like that.
Well, you know, Miss Betty, she just said something that was interesting. She said she did one for her grandson to go on a missions trip, and sometimes people even do it for college. You know,
That's
for college.
good,
I get
yeah.
that. You know, if a kid go to college is very expensive. Missions trips. You know what I mean? Something that they'll benefit. I'll do something like that. You know what I mean? And I've done that too.
Because you're leveling up. You
Yeah,
leveling
Act
up.
funny
right.
with that too, though.
A-
My kid
absolutely.
ain't going to college, so what I look like, you know,
And
they act real
yeah,
funny
so
with
something
that.
like that, absolutely, Miss Betty, I would definitely give to
Yeah,
that
that's
college fund
I would
missions
too,
trip. You know, to make sure
definitely.
my kids went to Mexico. And I remember one of my neighbors, which was very nice. My daughter, she went and knocked on the door, and because they were going to Mexico, and he wrote her a $300 check.
Yep.
See?
You know, so
That's
you
awesome.
know,
Damn, that's
yeah,
God right
yeah.
there.
So and
That's
it,
love.
it was really a blessing. So so people love to give because people want to help the kids out, and you
Absolutely.
definitely want to see the kids, do
Succeed.
something in life, and you want to see them succeed, and have an experience.
Get a
so
break.
and
Yep.
absolutely. Well, y'all, I want to thank y'all. So hold on. Got somebody on the line. Hi, you're live on Hot Topics with Lady Charmaine. Oh, can you turn your radio down or your phone down?
Make sure my kids went to Mexico.
Hello?
And I remember
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Well, anyway, as I was saying, I want to thank you guys so much for definitely coming on the show tonight. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show, and you guys are just, just giving everything y'all got your opinions. And Mr. Derek Dennis,
Do I do too much? I'm sorry.
He missed to do too much, but I love him.
I get too passionate.
He missed to do too much, but I love me some Derek Dennis with D's Effects. And again, Derek, I want to thank you guys so much. I want to thank you, Izzy, for definitely coming on the show. My girl
Thank you. I
Marie,
appreciate it.
and also my husband Joe Bassett, definitely holding it down.
Thank you, wifey. You hold it down yourself, Derek.
Why thank
Appreciate it.
y'all.
Absolutely.
And I just want to make sure that we will not be here next Thursday because I'm doing a movie night for the movie Creed. So we're all going to be at the theater next Thursday enjoying the movie Creed. But we will be here the following Thursday. But guess what? Somebody got an event coming up. Go ahead.
Yes. I do have an event coming up December 26th. I will be hosting at Laughs Unlimited.
All right.
That's right.
Nice.
That's a Monster Chick Productions.
There you go.
That's right. Come
Day
see
after
me. I got D. Tyler featuring. I got Tylon T. Boogie headlining. A couple of guest comedians coming through. Come
And what
through.
time? What time is it?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
p.m. on Front Street, Laughs Unlimited.
All
Be
right.
there.
How much are tickets?
$10.
$10.
$10. Come on.
$10. But at the door, they're going to be $15. So your best bet is to come get them off
Still
this
rocking
brother.
though. That's still rocking.
All right.
Come
Now,
get 'em off
do we
this.
get them online? I mean, you know what I mean? How
You
we get them?
Honestly,
How can we
if-
hook up
if-
with you?
If I'm in person with you and I got the tickets on me, you can just get them off me right then and there.
Okay, you on a website. What if they say, man, I just want to get, I still want to get up for $10. You got a website, Eventbrite, and we got to get you hooked up or something like that.
Now,
So you can get them coins.
Online, you can get them for $10.
Then you got to get your website.
Get you hooked up.
I know he like, well, she just shut up. He looking at me
I'm
like, well, she just
I'm
shut
like,
up.
You right though. You
You
right.
right. You right. Got me.
Right.
Got
You
him.
got- you got to
Got
level
him.
up. Level up.
I'm
Get your
just
game
trying to-
on, man.
Because you know I love we going to hook you up. We going to get you together.
Take
But
it.
y'all,
I appreciate
so
it.
we want y'all to join us today after Christmas at Laughs Unlimited. He got
Yes.
some special guests, Tylon T. Boogie.
Tylon T. Boogie.
I got to ask him where he got the name from, though.
No, that's a woman. That's a
That's
sister.
who I'm
That's
sorry.
a sister.
Tylon T. Boogie, girl, I got to see you. What she look like?
Look, she cool.
Okay.
You know
Well,
what?
anyway, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching the show. And I wanted to make sure that everybody know where to go. I want to make sure that you guys know to go right here to, it's my Facebook group. It's called Hot Topics. It's right there on Facebook, Real Talk, No Chaser. Follow me on social media at I am Lady Charmaine on Instagram, YouTube, Lady Charmaine TV. And also, if you want to see any of the past videos, just go to LadyCharmaineLive.com. And again, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Hot Topics with Lady Charmaine. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.